Hi, my name is Greg. I'm here to talk to you about one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. His name is Oscar Robertson. He's more famously known as the Big O. Oscar grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, in a segregated housing project in the 1930s. So back then, obviously, there was a lot of problems and struggles that come with being a young black male, especially in a state like Indiana, where I'm sure there are a whole lot more white people than black people. But what makes Oscar famous is as you will see, is he was able to fight through a lot of adversity, and that's one of the major reasons why I'm speaking about him today. Oscar, like I said, grew up in Indiana. He went to a segregated high school as well, and took his all-black high school to the state finals his senior year, and also played well enough to win Mr. Basketball in Indiana. And as I said before, in a predominantly white state, very famous for basketball, having a young black male as your Mr. Basketball must have come with a lot of pressure, and right from the start, Oscar was able to handle that stuff even in high school. Moving on to college, he accepted a scholarship at the University of Cincinnati. He went to 2 Final Fours there and averaged as much as 30 points a game in college. So he continued his success on into his academics and decided to forego senior year and went to the draft. And actually before that, had the opportunity to play in the Olympics. He got a gold medal before he went to play professionally in the NBA. He was drafted by the Cincinnati Royals, so he was able to stay in the town that he went to school at, which I think is just another example of how the city embraced him and how he was an easy person to like and to love and to look up to. Just to give you some information on his NBA career, he's the only player to ever record a triple-double, which is having a double-digit figure in 3 basketball categories. Oscar averaged 30 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, and over 10 assists a game as well. So he was a pretty impressive player. He could do anything. After his NBA career was over, he also went to another team, Milwaukee, finished up his career there. But after retiring, after 13 seasons, he chose to stay in the business, and he worked as a color commentator on TV. Again, just as a sign of his personality, being very outgoing, people loving to hear what Oscar had to say. And again, to speak on his character and his integrity a little, kind of going to end today with a little story about him and his daughter. His daughter had kidney failure, and as any parent I'm sure would do, Oscar decided to get tested and see if his kidney would transplant and work for her. And as a result, it did. He went through with it. He gave his kidney to his daughter, which I'm sure anyone would do, but I still think that's an impressive sign of the kind of guy he is and how he would put his life on the lines for another. So again, Oscar Robertson, a great basketball player, a great man, and I hope that